And then there came a day like many others. The Best Flarking Podcast. Your nerd's eye view of TV, film, comics, and video games. With you as always, your mother flarking hosts, Dunners and Reach. Fellas, show them who they're flarking with.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back once again to the Best Flarking Podcast. I am one of your hosts, Adam Dunn. With me, as always, is my friend and co-host, Reach. Reach, how you doing?
Doing very well, Adam. I like how we're beginning this podcast, very NPR-ish.
I was going to say very NPR. So now it's time to throw that shit in the garbage and get down to how we normally do it.
Yes. Let the madness ensue.
That fucking Star Wars trailer came out.
That fucking trailer.
And no Luke in it, so it drove everyone fucking bonkers. Like, where the fuck is Luke? Where the fuck is Luke? Where is he at?
People lost their minds.
They're just like, he's not in the trailer, he's not on the poster. Is he in this fucking movie? Is that Abrams swerve? Is that we promised Luke, but Luke's dead or fucking something else? I mean,
is this some kind of Star Trek shit you're trying to pull again?
The real big thing, and the very Star Trek-y of it all, Luke is Kylo Ren. That's the big fucking shebang-a-lang, is that Luke, for some reason, decided with the remnants of the Empire at some point in these 40 years since Jedi, or whatever. 30 years, 40 years since Jedi. It's 30, like 32 years. It's like my entire lifespan since...
Well, it makes sense, though.
Since Jedi.
I was reading, somebody had looked up what any possible anagrams of Kylo Ren and what that could be, and it came out to some other language or something, meaning the lost one. One word out of it or whatever, but yeah. I don't know. I'm with it. I can get behind that. And then,
well, I mean, you know, it's a chosen title too, you know.
Sure.
And apparently he's not a Sith, and he built the lightsaber, all Luke Skywalker, Luke Saber things. I've seen the trekking Star Wars. I've seen them. I thought the trailer was fucking awesome. Like, as for a final trailer and not having another one come out for 2 months, I thought that was super fucking rad.
Yeah, knowing the Disney machine, though, we'll get a whole shit ton of 10 to 30 second bits with new footage.
I'm at this point, I'm gonna stay away from it. The film crew that I was with when I was out filming for, you know, the title concert in Brooklyn, all of them are like, I'm not sure what John Boyega does in this movie, because all I've seen of him is him breathing heavily and sweating. Like, every shot of him, he's breathing really hard and he's sweating.
They tell no lies.
So I wonder what's going on with John.
Well, in this recently, he activated a lightsaber.
Yeah. And it's gonna be him versus Kylo Ren in the,
so there's that.
The old battle for it all, apparently.
I witnessed the reactions via Twitter that evening. And I did my proverbial Star Wars tweet, you know, just to kind of mock everybody in a way, and thought, oh shit, you know, I better go watch this thing before I just go and do that, even after I had done it. But yeah, watched it and just stood there, kind of jaw dropped, and went, oh, yeah. So that's what everybody's reacting. Yep, okay, let's just run that back again.
I'm super excited for the non-film folks of the world to get to see what Captain Phasma looks like without her helmet on, because even the toy companies are like, Captain Phasma and his Legion for the Order. It's like, they're gonna be so fucking crisscrossed up when the helmet comes off and it's Gwendolyn Christie. It's fucking Brienne Tarth from Game of Thrones. And it's just like, oh yeah, chicks can be in command too, bro. The PC bros are gonna fly out there and get them. Which, if you haven't seen the new South Park stuff from this season, it's fucking amazing, by the way. Like, South Park is on fire right now.
Oh, I'll have to go watch.
The new character, PC Principal, is like the greatest addition ever. He's a bro, but he's super PC. Like, he's really sensitive to everyone's needs and, like, image and shaming. And basically he, like, beats the shit out of Kyle or Cartman so bad that he's on, life support because like Cartman tried to like do Cartman moves on him and try and like, you know how Cartman's like an evil super genius. And he's like, oh yeah, I'll get rid of this PC guy. And then instead, like, PC Principal gets so riled up that he just beats the shit out of Cartman.
Damn.
Yeah, it's ridiculous, but it's a fucking great season. And they had a whole thing against people who review on Yelp a couple weeks back, and it was...
Oh, of course they did.
It was fucking awesome. And every episode has had a song in it. So, like, you can see their whole Book of Mormon Broadway influence is starting to, like, bleed into South Park, because these songs are so fucking good too, and they're like about the grossest shit, but they're just they're just so good, just so dope. But
I'll have to catch up on that one.
Yeah, South Park is definitely one to catch up on. You catch up on South Park, and I'll attempt to catch up on Urgents of Shuld.
Sure, but to drop our little Star Wars reference there is no try. There is only do or do not.
That's true. And before people freak out, yes, we are aware that it's actually do or do not. There is no try. But
don't lose your shit on me.
We were having a conversation, and it wouldn't have made sense to put that in there the other way. So just ease off. Just go back to posting on your Facebook feed about how bacon is cancer and how you've never ate bacon in your entire life. You goddamn liars.
I saw you tweeting about this. What is going on?
I got so fucking riled because like everywhere in my fucking Facebook feed is just like, oh, I've been saying it for fucking years. This bacon shit's gonna fucking kill you. It's like no one ever said it's good for you. No one ever said that. At no point did anyone in history say that like frying the fattest part of a pig and then eating it is good for you. That shit tastes awesome, but like. That's not the argument, but it's just like so many people that I've seen is like, I fucking seen you eat a bacon cheeseburger with like triple bacon on it. You are not a fucking saint. And it's just like, I get so flustered because as much as a bleeding heart liberal as I am, I also have this moment where I fucking hate like everything that gets so like overly sensitive, and it's a competition to see who can be the most outraged by something. And it just turns into this, like, pretentious who can stuff their head up their ass further than anyone else. And it just gets so, like, it gets so flustering because it's just like, and then there's this, like, fucking, like, 600-word essay on my Facebook about, like, why they've always said bacon was bad. It's like, fuck you, I've seen you eat bacon a year ago. You're a fraud, man.
Fucking hypocrite.
It's like, all you guys are fucking frauds, dude.
You're like fucking Rage and Destiny, goddammit.
It's just like none of you guys fucking get it. And it's just it's one of those moments where it's just like it's a class 1 carcinogen. It's like that sucks real bad. And then like there's a bunch of posts too, like in my like fucking social media sphere of like, you can't say shit to anyone who smokes cigarettes now. I'm like, I'm pretty sure eating bacon once every once in a while is not the same as smoking fucking 5 packs a week. I fucking guarantee it.
Wow.
But I'm like, what they're saying is if you ate bacon in the same amount that smokers usually smoke cigarettes, that's the amount of carcinogenic toxins in your body. They're not saying one piece of bacon is the equivalent of the entire lifetime smoking. That's not like, so like that's what I had to deal with, and I finally just reached a fever pitch because like I just all of my shit was like, did you see this? Did you see? It's like, who didn't? Who could possibly have not seen this?
Can't blame you on that one, bro. Can't blame you at all.
You know, like it was fucking bacon equals cancer and fucking. Oh, someone fuck The Walking Dead for me. I'm gonna fucking shit out of my dick because I'm so mad because The Walking Dead was ruined for me. And it's just like, whatever, man. There is no such thing as spoilers. There's good storytelling.
Stay off the internet.
There's good storytelling and there's bad storytelling.
Ooh, excellent way to put that.
The surprise shouldn't be what makes it amazing for you.
No, you're right. 100% right.
You know? If a character dies in a show, if you have an implicit connection to that character through their journey, you're going to be fucking bummed when they die no matter what. So, like, I don't know. I mean, I get it. Like, there are people who love that surprise and that reveal is very important to them. And by no means do I want to shit on your love of surprise. I just don't think spoilers are a thing. I just don't. So, like, whenever someone's like, oh, I'll keep it cool and I won't tell him, like, I don't care. I don't give a shit. I'm going to watch it and still love it.
World that we live in, or not world that we live in, but the cinema that we enjoy, which is primarily based off of things that we read.
Yeah.
You can't have spoilers when we know it. So what? We get to see somebody else's visual interpretation of what we've already read?
Exactly. You know, so... So that's kind of what happened in my... Basically all day in my feed yesterday. It was like alternating between, I can't believe this person fucking spoiled The Walking Dead for me, and then like...
they think bacon is cancer.
And bacon is cancer. So it's just like, bacon's cancer. I'm so mad. I'm so mad about this.
Let
me
be socially aware.
There's some people who can't watch the show when it comes out on that time. Like, when I see that one moment, like that's the one thing I do fucking is like, I can't watch it when it airs. I'm like, I don't watch shows when they air either. Like, but if I don't want to know something, I fucking stay away from the things that are going to tell me shit. But
there's a nice little reason we kind of pay for third-party apps to be able to mute keywords and such. Yeah. You know, if you actually kind of give as much of a shit as you claim you do about these things.
It's a big sub-tweet shout out to Tweetbot 4.0.
Yeah, it
is. Without at all mentioning what it is. It's a huge shout out because you should be. We're not paid by them. We would totally take their money if they would, but they're not gonna. But you should totally use their app because it's fucking sweet. I like looking at my like the activity thing where it's like you've gotten a bajillion fucking bajillions in the last day, and it's like that's tight.
But more so, it's just that. Like so many, to your point, so many people complain about shit and never ever ever do anything about it.
Well, it's because the human. They say like baseball is America's pastime. If they like in that like regard, complaining is the human pastime. Humans love to complain more than anything on Earth. It's the reason why it's just like, oh, I can't believe this happened. It's like, well, why don't you go out and do it better? Cause like whatever, you know. It's like it's because you just want to complain about it because you just want to like spin in a circle and be like, I'm pissed. Because like that's the release that people like is like, oh, I'm outraged about this. That's not to say that there are certain things you should be outraged about. There's lots of them.
Not to take away from that.
Like cops yanking students out of desks. That's something to be outraged about. Like that's something to be outraged about.
Yes.
Bacon equals cancer is not.
Nor is your fucking potential spoiler for The Walking Dead.
It's true. It's very true.
So go care about something real.
Yeah, care about something fucking
Thank you, the end.
Something fucking really real, like Halo fucking 5 out today.
Yes.
This basically we're just the podcast now is just us doing plugs for shit we're not getting paid for. That's what we do now, is like
Isn't that what we do every podcast? Plug the shit we love without getting paid for it.
Please give us something. Please give me a Halo hand towel. It doesn't even have to say Halo 5. It could be one of the old ones. Like from
Just
an
give
old...
me a 12-pack of Dew.
Yeah, give me a 12-pack of fucking lights out Black Ops purple Mountain Dew.
Right. But it's out, and I've got it.
I don't have it. I don't have it yet.
Not yet.
I gotta. As soon as we're done recording, I'm gonna run to the store. But I'm torn. I'm fucking torn, man. Because like I want to go get it, but I also don't want to go get it because my brother just sent me a fucking screenshot of him playing Overwatch, and it's like I may have a beta invite for you for Overwatch. And like, if I fucking get Overwatch, I'm pretty sure I'm gonna not play Halo and just play Overwatch all the time, forever. Which is, a good choice when you really think about it.
Are they running that through I mean, not that any beta really is on a timed... it has an expiration now? Because they're all extended, God knows.
No, I think that's Blizzard's just going to have it, like, be closed beta for, like, ever.
Sure.
And then just open it up and sell it. Or whatever it is they're gonna do with it. But it looks awesome.
Yeah, it does. It looks super fast-paced. If I had a machine capable of running it, I would be on that just as much as Halo, probably. I mean, shit, I'll fucking quit my job, man. Just play video games. I don't care.
Oh, man. That's all I want. All I want is to just stream video games. I don't want to make movies or anything anymore. I just want to play video games and stream them. And that's all I want to do forever and ever and ever and ever. Amen.
No, I will say, though, you have mentioned several times video games at 60 frames per second because of your PC. And Halo is constant at 60 frames per second, and it
feels
fucking
great.
Beautiful.
Yeah, it feels great. It feels fucking lovely.
Man, it feels fake as fuck is what it feels like.
It's just, everything's so smooth and gorgeous looking. Like, you can actually kind of just like, wow, this doesn't have any like chunkiness to it. Like, nothing seems like old plugged into a fucking console TV back in 1988 type feel to it.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna go get it. I'm gonna go get that Halo 5 at some point. Some point in the next 24 to 48 hours, I'll have it or I won't have it. That's the most just nonsensical statement anyone's ever made.
More so though, and
That's Ben Carson level nonsense. What I just did. I will buy it or I will not buy it. In the next one, they're the only two options.
Profound.
Ugh.
No, I will say though, more so it's super cool to see, and I know we've seen it before, but the level of detail to the actual acting of actors as their real faces. You know, we saw it in Advanced Warfare with Spacey. I think for the first time in a long time, I can't remember prior to that seeing an actual actor's face in a video game. But these ones with, I mean, I'm playing as fucking Luke Cage, man, shooting aliens and shit.
Good old Mike Coulter flying around, making it happen.
You know, you got Nathan Fillion by your side the whole time. It's a beautiful thing. I don't know who anybody else is, but
you got Cade 6 and Luke Cage keeping you company.
Pretty much
the whole time.
God, you don't even know how many times I've tried to double jump or hope or wish an engram popped out of some baddie when I shot him.
Oh man, I'm gonna use a fucking 3 of coins right now to try and get a boost on my rep pack.
Or land somewhere and hit select, hoping to pop up my Sparrow quick. I'm like, oh, I don't have that in this game. But wait, it's by the same people. Wait, these games are way too similar. What the fuck?
Yeah, did you see, in Halo 3, they had their very first tease for Destiny, which in the Master Chief Collection, they cut it out of there?
I did not. Yeah, what did you refer to?
There's a console that shows, like, the Traveler, and it has the Destiny symbol on it in one of the old hallways. And in the Master Chief Collection, they just changed it. Like, nope. Sorry, Bungie.
Yeah, well, that goes back to the whole thing that I'll try to post it in our whatever I post this week to have our little compendium there. But Destiny, I think, or Kotaku had posted the whole story on the clusterfuck of Destiny's story and where it's come from since 2013. Did you see that at all?
I didn't read it, but I heard that.
Sure.
I saw it in my RSS feed, and I was just like, I'm not gonna read that right now.
Yeah. No, I saved it to my Instapaper and read a good sum of it, but yeah, I mean, there's a whole ton of things and to exactly what you're talking about, where those little hints come in, and so much concept art, things just lost that never ever came to fruition. Disappointing, highly disappointing. And playing this one, just the 6 hours I have into it. And the story, I mean, the cutscenes, everything. Just, I'm so much more involved and concerned with this story than I ever was with Destiny's.
Well, I mean, when Destiny's original campaign came out, it was so not story. Cheeks. Just so very story-free. But, I mean, hats off to 343, though, for taking over from Bungie and pretty much letting it rip.
I mean, for 2 installments now, and that's all they've had? And they didn't even fuck up their first one.
Yeah, I mean, they came out with Halo 4, and they're like, yep, look, we can do it. It'll be fine. Everything will be fine, guys. Don't freak out. But they did not nail the Master Chief's Online when that first came out, because that was a fucking clusterfuck with the Master Chief Collection. As we all know and love that period of time.
Multiplayer matchmaking shit was a mess.
But I gotta ask you a very serious question, because I have feelings about it. Baron Zemo is gonna have no mask in Civil War.
Oh.
You're gonna tell me next he's not gonna have fucking super sweet like snow leopard shawl either, and no crown and no swords? Like,
I can promise you, I am just as concerned as you.
Like, why even have him be Baron Zemo? Why not just have him be somebody else?
Yeah, why don't you just give him a new fucking name?
Yeah, why don't you just be some guy? it doesn't.
I don't know who that guy is. That's not Baron Zemo.
Yeah, it's just like, why has he got a mask on? Why isn't his suit purple? Why isn't he trying to assemble a team called the Masters of Evil? Which, watching people react to Baron Zemo being the leader of a group called the Masters of Evil is very funny. So he's like, that sounds like a fucking MacGruber villain. The Masters of Evil? Just like, I'm like, yeah, that's pretty 60s comic books right there for you. That a group would call themselves the Masters of Evil. But I don't give a shit. I still want a Masters of Evil group to show up in the Marvel Cinematic Universe.
If they even weighed out any other names, I would just love to see the others on that list as to how they ended up with the Masters of Evil.
Yeah, like, that was the name you went with? It was like,
what were the other choices?
It sounded great at the time. We just kind of fucking ran with it. We don't know anything. I mean, even worse than that, though, is like reading the articles talking about potential villains that should be in Ant-Man versus the Wasp, or not Ant-Man versus, but Ant-Man and the Wasp.
All right, like, I have not read any of these, so please enlighten me.
Oh man, because there's a bunch of them. It's like,
and where do you read these, by the way?
Oh, like Cinema Blend and Slash Film, and
okay.
You know, all those good old places. But having their very first one was like, he should fight Whirlwind. I'm like, he most certainly should not fucking fight Whirlwind.
No.
This is like, yeah, right, Whirlwind. Come on. The dude's original name was the Human Top. Come on, we're not trying to fuck up Ant-Man. Now that it has quietly made about $500 million, thanks to Europe and China. It's a huge hit in China, by the way. It's the second highest opening in the history of Marvel, behind Age of Ultron, in China.
Well, there's only so many to weigh that against. Well, they haven't had the entire cinematic universe released over there.
True, but of the ones that have been released, I think it's all of them since Avengers have come out. And Ant-Man.
Be something to look up.
Ant-Man has come in second place. But amassing $500 million on a movie that's $130 million is a monster success.
Yeah,
probably figures into exactly why it got a sequel so quickly. But yeah, it was just like, everyone they brought up was like Whirlwind, the voice, that dude with like the weird vocoder that like can make people do what he wants.
Good God.
And it's just like, dude, really? We're gonna go through all the garbage villains? Like, why don't we just go ahead and call it out right now and say he should fight the Wrecking Crew? Oh. And like, that's like, I mean, the Wrecking Crew at least works, and you could make them work on screen. Or like Radioactive Man. Like, what? Like, Radioactive Man's fine. Fucking bring Radioactive Man into it.
Once we've seen what Scott can do now, I mean, to me at least, it's so street level. It's stupid.
Well, once we see Scott take care of business, he's gonna have to obviously get a higher level villain. I think for sure we'll see Crossfire in the next movie.
Oh.
Since, Darren Cross and him are cousins, we're gonna, and Darren's now fucking crunched up and super dead. So we're probably gonna have to see Crossfire at some point. He probably won't be a major villain, but we'll probably have to see him. I kind of think, going the opposite direction, having him fight Goliath would be cool. But I don't know if that's actually a good idea, because it's pretty much the exact same thing as the other, but just reversed.
Yeah, didn't they take on Gravitron in the animated series?
Well, the Avengers did, didn't they?
Yeah, but I think Ant-Man was the one who ultimately took him down. I could be wrong. Either way, that one's tied into Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. too. I've been waiting for them to bring him back.
Yeah, I remember that was the first season that they had Gravitron in there, right?
First episode, it was amazeballs.
Yeah. I remember watching that first episode of Avengers Assemble, and like Gravitron's in there, and it's just like, don't you understand? I control gravity. I'm the strongest force on Earth. And then Hulk taps him on the shoulder.
Yeah.
You sure about that? Just fucking floors him with a huge punch. And it's like, yes. Hulk.
What a great TV show. For anybody who hasn't seen that, please do yourself a favor.
It was a great 2 seasons while it lasted. Then, unfortunately, since, that was the end of the animated rights situation for... I can't remember who had them, but Disney got them back, which is why why we got the there's Avengers
Earth's
Assemble,
Mightiest Hero,
and then
or
Avengers
that was-
Earth's Mightiest
yeah.
Heroes now, or whatever, whichever one's now. But that's why they stopped, because the show was super successful, but they just had to cancel it and start over because
damn.
of rights and
The older
such.
one was way better.
It was better. It was better.
And way more accurate to the comic books. I mean, I was honestly astonished at how much accuracy they could fit into 30 minutes of cartoony.
And the fucking Korvac two-parter with the Guardians.
Yeah, everything. Yeah,
So-
Beta Ray, the Annihilation Wave. Fuck, you name it. So many events just fit into the little 30-minute episodes.
And the Secret Invasion in season 2.
Yeah, there you go. See, yeah, tons.
So that was super sweet. More sweet than any cool old cartoon. I'm gonna go ahead and say it right now. I'm more excited for Jessica Jones than I am for most of Marvel right now.
Adam, tell us something we don't know.
I'm gonna go even. It's gonna fucking it's gonna rile up the nerds. It's gonna rile them up. It's gonna fucking make them mad. I was more excited by the Jessica Jones trailer than I was by the Force Awakens trailer.
Ooh.
And it's just so awesome. Everything about that fucking trailer is great. This is a trailer that shows you how to make your villain menacing and only show him in 3 seconds of footage and just have him kind of pop up, and it clearly is menacing. Like the idea of in the trailer, which, you know, you should have already seen it by now, and we already talked about the spoilers thing, so we don't care.
Yeah, there are no spoilers there.
The girl that Jessica goes to see, where it's like, he made me jump as high as I could for hours. And it's just like,
Said I was never as good as you were.
yeah. And just the idea of like him making her do that, and then showing the like, what if there was somebody who had the ability to make you do what they wanted, and then like the ding dong, hello, you would like to invite me in, and then the dude's like, absolutely, and like hiding the like daughter in the closet as he very clearly is killing that guy for some reason, and
I wonder if that's a young Jessica.
I mean, maybe, but I mean, that'd be a really weird place for her
It'd
to
be
start.
super weird, but yeah,
considering
regardless.
the nature of their relationship.
Yeah.
But like all of that stuff just seemed perfectly just like it fits and it's awesome. And having
It
Luke,
does,
having Luke.
but-
Oh, go ahead.
Do you think some of that though is because we know?
I don't. I think because I use Mara as a barometer for all of this shit, and
great.
she fucking just is like, "Yep, can't wait. I'm gonna binge watch it when the very first weekend it comes out." Because it's
Love
just.
it.
And I think the really like the awesome thing about Jessica Jones in this trailer, and just is so refreshing in general, is this is the thing that Olivia Wilde's talking about, the flawed female superhero. They don't get
Sure.
more flawed than Jessica Jones, and
No.
Kristen Ritter does just an amazing job of looking beaten down but not pathetic. You know, like she's a superhero who lost, which is something we haven't ever seen. She lost and she ran. You know what I mean?
She's a superhero who's still human,
Right,
who has
exactly.
a struggle.
Exactly. And on top of which, she lost her big battle, and it's driven her to this life of like drinking her days away and just beating the shit out of lowlives because
Right,
the big
because
times.
how do you cope even
Yeah.
when you're a superhero? You know, I mean,
'Cause-
Steve tried it, and fuck, his liver just regenerates too fast for him to get drunk. So
Exactly.
it sucks to be him.
So you have all of these moments building up to an amazing just montage at the end, like the people all in the nooses who jump off and hang themselves, the police station where everyone has guns drawn on each other, but all their eyes are still moving. They're like looking around and seeing because like nobody can move, and it's just all of those things. And then to end it with the, you know, it's the end is a little heavy-handed with the God didn't do this, the devil did, and I'm gonna find him. But the trailer saves itself from that heavy-handed ending with David Tennant's just gorgeous, amazing delivery of "Don't play the hero with me, Jessica." And just like it's like, don't play the hero with me because you'll lose. And just like the confidence in the voice of like, "Yep, he's gonna be so the Purple Man." And then what looks to be how they'll swing the angle is that whenever he's inside someone's head, it looks like he is completely purple and dark, and they're lit, and the world is purple. And I feel like we're gonna have a moment of who did this to you? The Purple Man did. And that's
the only way they know how to describe it.
And that's how we'll get hit with the Purple Man, is that he looks normal, doesn't have purple skin, but he appears purple when he's inside of their brains and fucking with them.
Yeah, man. It looks intense, for lack of a better term. One thing we didn't discuss last time when we were talking about the first episode being aired at New York Comic Con is the scene.
Illuminate
her and Luke Cage.
Oh yeah, the scene.
The scene. So that'll be interesting to see. Superheroes getting it on.
Yep, little superpowered bang session.
Yeah.
Smashing through walls and stuff. I do like Luke being like, I saw you, by the way.
Right.
You know,
so how strong are you? Can you stop a moving car? A slow-moving car.
Yeah, I like the, like, a slow-moving car. Like, I can't fucking Captain America and just shoulder a fucking speeding car or anything. But, like, at the same time, I like that she's that human with it, where it's like, yep, I have superhuman strength, but
yeah,
it's, you know, I'm no Thor, I'm no Hulk.
Yeah, I'm not going to be something I'm not.
You know,
I've already been, I take it at that point she's already had experiences too much to talk about almost with him.
Well, also a thing that kind of is intriguing for me with that trailer is Luke saying the only thing being a hero does is gets a target on your back. And it's like, that's a really weird thing to say if you're not a superhero, Luke. It's like, it's like, what did you do? What did you do?
Yeah, you know, pretty much. Because we know his series is coming after this, the events of.
You know, and it's just like, what the fuck did you do, Luke? I need to know, because, you know, he's supposedly on the run too, or whatever, in his series.
Yeah,
so
he's
it's like,
be a fugitive.
It's like, what the fuck did he do? But that's not going to be around until like June or so before we get Luke Cage. And then Luke's gonna totally have to compete with the fact that No Man's Sky finally has a fucking release date, and it's June of 2016. It's gonna happen.
If they put those out in the same month, man.
Let's look at it like this.
Actually, I'm not even mad. No Man's Sky is gonna have so much replay. I mean, fuck, you can play that game for 10 years probably.
You can play that game forever.
Yeah.
You could play that game forever.
I don't need to start in June of 2016.
The funny thing is like looking at the idea of how Western civilization is just civilization in general is gonna die this coming summer. No Man's Sky, which is gonna blow everyone's fucking mind. Luke Cage, which will blow your mind on TV, and in July, Pokemon Go goes live, and that's gonna fucking dominate everyone else's time. There's one major amazing thing for whatever type of nerd you are coming in that summer that's gonna just consume you. It's ridiculous. It's just fucking ridiculous. Can't even deal with any of this shit anymore.
What am I supposed to do with my life?
What am I supposed to do? I did that stupid fake New Yorker accent so much while I was in New York.
Yes.
I was just constantly, anytime anyone was just like, it's just like, you know what? I know why he's mad. Because he didn't get a slice yet. And then I constantly was like, I'm walking here. Like from Rick and Morty, but...
Hell yeah. They hated you for it, didn't
Guaranteed the New Yorkers like fucking tourists. Yep. Fucking
this
tourists.
Fucking Minnesota this motherfucker.
Fucking tourist, you fuck. You should tell us about that Bone Tomahawk, because I haven't seen it, but you saw it.
Oh boy, you mentioned this maybe a month ago.
Yeah, it's probably about a month ago.
Yeah, about a month
ago.
Yeah, shit was all good just a month ago. No, I had no idea. I had nothing to know of this film, anything whatsoever. You mentioned a trailer. I went and watched it. I was blown away because I fucking love Tombstone, and anytime Kurt Russell puts on his cowboy face, I'm in. That's it. Just, it doesn't have to be. It could be it could be Machete versus Wyatt Earp, and I will fucking watch it.
I mean, better watch out. Robert Rodriguez is listening.
So, yeah, dude, it is something else. It's go time from the beginning of the movie, and for somebody who hasn't seen a Western since Django and probably actually never watched a Western prior to that except for Tombstone, I don't have much to gauge it on, but I was thoroughly entertained.
Wait, have you never seen The Quick and the Dead? Sam Raimi's The Quick and the Dead?
Oh, God, yeah, no, of course
okay,
I
I
have.
was like, oh. Whew.
No, well, okay, so yeah, so of the four
Yeah.
that I've seen, or I'm sorry, even before that, the Seven, the Magnificent Seven. Dad put me on too long time ago.
So basically, you're just a Western connoisseur.
Yeah, and so what you're really trying to say is
You love the genre more than most.
no. Shit was just weird though, man. It was the first time I've seen that kind of something of the almost 13th Warrior kind of lore of what is this thing that we're going to fight, and then that camaraderie of banding together to go fight it in a Western scenario. That was the first time I'd seen that, so that was super cool. I know prior to the podcast, you were saying you've read mixed things on it. One of those on the one extreme seems very critical of the cinematic points of view. You had mentioned lighting, things like that.
Yeah, it just said everything was just
and
good.
As a viewer, I don't pay attention to that shit. I'm literally just, can you keep my attention span for X amount of minutes that your movie lasts? If you can do that, bing, you win.
You have
not
won.
much more than that.
You have won my praise.
Yeah, so, it was crazy, and it was the first one in a long time. There's some gruesome shit, man. I turned my head away at some moments and I mean, brief seconds to turn back, and holy smokes, I mean, I've seen some shit, but this shit, hey.
So, should they go see it? Or should they VOD it? Or
Yeah, no, they should go see
however
it.
you get a hold of it and watch it?
They should go see it. And it's on iTunes Store. I'm loving this new kind of release schedule with some things. Granted, not anywhere near close to the amount of films I would love to see, but at the same time it's in theaters. It's for rent and purchase on the iTunes Store.
I think we're going to see more and more of that, though. I think the more that these movies come out and they're successful in theater and have a huge success at the VOD, because I feel like these numbers, they want that more immediate impact of like, look at it, Avengers made $40 gajillion. Plus, most of the time when people are like, oh yeah, I'm gonna go with a group of friends to the movies. If you guys don't go to the movies and you all are at your own houses and you all spent $20 each, like that's like an additional $7 they get off of your viewing. Because, I mean, I don't know how the metrics work, because, a lot of that is repeat views. But I bet, on the initial hit, they're like, oh, yeah, it's fucking great. Let's do it. So I hope there's more.
I hope so. I mean, they
Dual
got my
releases.
$5 to rent it, just to see what it is. I loved it. I mean, Jack from Lost, or was it John? I can't remember.
Jack. It's Jack.
I hate that film, or that show. I love that show, but I hate that show. We've discussed this before. Anyways, yeah. No, it was really cool to see Jack, in a what I mean, he plays a badass too, man. Yep.
I'm gonna have to rent it
shit.
tomorrow. I'm gonna rent it
You
tomorrow.
should. No, I thoroughly encourage
I'm
you to
gonna
do
rent
so.
it tomorrow and watch it. So I have some weird conflicted feelings from the Empire.
But what?
The Empire Suicide Squad covers. Cara Delevingne is like super terrifying, but like I'm oddly attracted to her. Like you can go ahead and kill me with your magic.
Pretty much.
And that's some straight up good old fashioned lizard brain, like praying mantis type shit. Where it's like, yeah, I'm gonna let her kill me. I guess.
Yeah.
I guess I had a good life. The other conflicted feeling is I don't know if I like or dislike purple alligator skin jacket on the Joker.
And Arkham
And Arkham
prison
sweatpants.
pants,
The Arkham sweatpants.
whatever they are.
The Arkham
bare
sweatpants.
feet.
I'm kind of okay with. But he kind of looks like a weird bag lady that you'd see like outside of a thrift store.
I look at him as a pimp, and I can enjoy it. You know, Joker pimp.
Little pimp Joker. I mean, that's fine. I mean, I guess that's okay. I'm totally sold because of the trailer for Suicide Squad. You know, we talked about months and months ago. But I feel like David Ayer is just like constantly pushing to test where like the fucking final wall is, and like, fuck it, just fuck this. Like, on top of that, he wears a pink shower cap for most of the movie. It's like, why? I don't know. Do you hate that or do you love that? I feel like he's just fucking around, but we had other you know.
Did you read any of his thinking behind what went into the character at all?
I did not read about. All I read was it was like giving birth. That's all I read.
Through his prick hole.
Yeah, he gave birth through his pee hole. Not his words. Those are my words. My PG version of it.
Nah, he had been listening to 1920s gospel music and reading. Shit, I don't want to misquote it, so I'm not even going to try and say what he was reading. So go look it up for your damn self if you want to know what it was. But listening to 1920s gospel music and reading whatever it is he was reading kind of spun him into that, doing twisted things for his fellow co-stars. And had his, who was it, his guy on set? I don't know if it's his crony in the film or some shit, but basically this kid, whoever it is, just kept feeding him shit to do to his co-stars, and like fill a bag with 9-inch nails and a dead boar's body or some shit, whatever it was.
Yeah, all the gifts.
Yeah, like I dig that so much, man. I don't know. I can get with that.
I mean, I'm anxious to see it. I think everyone is.
You're right, and that's just the thing. Is it's been 3 months since we've seen Suicide Squad and Batman vs Superman, and we haven't had a fucking thing since.
Yeah, that's DC being nice and tight-lipped about it. You know, it's just like, that's it. That's it. I mean, the only thing we really got out of all of this thus far from Man of Steel is like Jesse Eisenberg saying, like, it's gonna be super good, or Ben Affleck being like, yeah, I guess I would direct the solo Batman movie. That's all we're gonna get out of any of that stuff. But because I think they want to keep it as tight-lipped as they can, because this is their first chance to establish their universe, you know. So
yeah.
So they're trying to go the Marvel route and keep it tight.
There's still no universe, really, though, given you have the same characters being portrayed on TV and film.
Technically, the TV universe is a alternate part of the multiverse.
No, the fuck, it is not. You tell me what Earth Suicide Squad takes place on.
Takes place on Earth. Cinematic Earth.
Uh-huh.
I can't tell you the number because I don't know.
Exactly.
But I'll tell you what I do know is that's what Warner Brothers said. So they're fucking right, because DC Comics is the fucking coolest and Marvel fucking sucks.
Exactly.
Except for the exact opposite. Eat shit, DC. Except for the Flash. The Flash is awesome.
Yes.
The Flash will
which I read some shit today, and you tell me, quick little rando, not talked about prior to the podcast. Do you think that Zoom could possibly be Barry Allen from Earth 2?
Whew. It's a possibility. It's a distinct possibility. It's an odd play if they go with that, but I wouldn't be opposed to it as an idea. I think that could actually be pretty cool. I think we're probably just going to get Harrison Wells from that universe too.
I'm going to be fucking pissed and probably not watch the show anymore if it is that.
Oh, it'd be so...
That's such a cop-out.
It would be so rad if that's exactly what happens, and then Reed is just like, fuck it? That's it? You fucked me for the last time, Flash.
Just go Super Saiyan on the CW.
You fucking fucked me over. And it's like, yeah, but Constantine just showed up on Arrow. Maybe I'll check out that episode of Arrow, but fuck you,
Right.
Flash.
I like the Atom and Arrow and Constantine way better.
Yeah. Oh, I just want to find out what did happen to the Atom. And my guess is that he ended up wherever, was it, who Arthur Darvill is, the time-traveling cop guy. I'm assuming he just ends up in some weird displaced time agency type shit, and we're like, that's where Ray is.
Why did he disappear at the end of Arrow?
So
I just blasted through to catch everybody up. I literally just blasted through. What is that? Season 4 or season 3?
Ray gets exploded is the official.
Is it the newest one, like literally on TV right now, or
no? It's the end of the season.
Yeah, okay. So that's the one I just watched and had it in the background as I did shit around the house like an idiot and didn't pay attention to any of the important shit like an idiot. So all I got was Ra's al Ghul, daughter dies, daughter gets brought back to life. I have to go do this. Now I'm back. No, wait, I'm not. I'm gonna avenge this city.
Roz gets defeated, and
so on and so forth.
Captain Jack Harkness becomes new Roz.
So, what happened?
Fair enough.
I'll catch up.
But yeah, Ray.
I guess
Ray explode is basically the what everyone says happened kind of deal, and then like the Arrow's dead, and that's like fucking awful.
Everybody keeps dying in the CW TV universe.
Everyone keeps dying in every universe, even in the Marvel universe, everyone's dying. Everyone's always just getting smoked. Is basically what's happening.
It's pretty accurate. Oh, dude, another question. Random, off topic, by the way, real fucking quick. Watching Age of Ultron again. Caught a little something out of Fury's mouth. And you tell me if I'm reading too much into this, because part of me thinks I am, part of me thinks I'm not. When they're back in the house, and Fury's giving him the rundown again, and he says something to the effect of, back in the day, you kids had all the tech in the world. And here we are, back on Earth, with nothing but our wit and our will to get us past.
I think you're reading too much into that. If that's the...
Well, then stop writing lines like that. Fuck.
Well, I mean, that in the idea of them, like, flying high and being able to do everything, like, that's what it means, unless a reference to being off-world, etc. Because really the only one who technically has been off-world
Tony.
Is Tony Stark and, of course, Thor. So otherwise it wouldn't make much sense.
Right,
but,
it was just weird though. I mean, seeing that movie as many times as I have now, obviously.
I think Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. is throwing you for a loop, man. Like it is. It's teaching you stuff that you shouldn't be thinking. I'll tell you, you know what? As a nice little like close for us, I'm gonna rant on this. Can they fucking see Coulson's alive? Can we get over that? Because I want to get past that. Like we need to see that like that fucker isn't dead. And,
preach, brother, preach.
Like I know that we couldn't do it in like for Joss Whedon's sanity, he couldn't do it in Age of Ultron because he felt it would just undo the reason they became the Avengers and the real Avengers in the first place.
But we're done.
But it's like
that.
We're done with 2 Avengers movies in Civil War. Clark Gregg needs to show up and be like, "Yo, you guys need to quit fucking around because my Secret Warriors are gonna fucking drop some knowledge on you guys if you keep fucking around," or just something to the effect of like they all find out that bro is alive. You know?
I hope so, man. Coulson's the great. I mean, did you even see what happened on that? I think it was Kimmel when he phoned in as a fake like phone-in person trying to be a fan or some shit when they were all on there promoting Age of Ultron. And everybody was like, call someone when you come back.
Yeah,
I got a little misty-eyed. I was like,
it's the golden age of television, you guys.
Right.
Oh, yeah, it was pretty awesome. Other quick little Marvel tidbits. I don't think we covered this, but the Hulk officially confirmed to be in Thor 3.
Confirmed.
So that's where he went. He apparently got rainbow bridged up.
Just snatched.
Up into the sky. Probably, Loki grabbing a little something to help them fight Surtur or whatever that they're going to have happen to them. But we don't know. We won't know any of that until it starts filming in Australia with Taiki Waititi.
Yeah, I just hope it's what you had mentioned, and we get to see kind of a Banner versus Hulk, and Hulk being controlled a little bit more because he finally gets to face off with people of his caliber. Still not of his caliber, but almost to his caliber.
Yeah, almost there, almost to the Hulk level, and having him kick it in Asgard for a little bit afterwards would be nice. So yeah,
it'd be good to see. I'm with that,
Yeah.
But are you as excited for that as I am excited for Ash versus the Evil Dead? Because that is coming, and we got the first 4 minutes recently released via sneak peek trailer. You don't even call it a trailer, but just the little tease. And I watched it, and I was wondering what in the flying fuck is going on until the literal last 5 seconds, and then you get the cliffhanger as to, oh, okay, I'm ready, let's go.
I am super excited for it. I kind of just, if anything, I just kind of wish he'd just be at S-Mart the whole time and not somewhere else. But I'm super excited for it. I just kind of, there's part of me that was hoping for the new Evil Dead girl to end up being Ash's daughter, and that Ash would have ended up teaming up with her, and we'd have had the old franchise and the new franchise together on the big screen with the money. But I can do a small screen Ash versus the Evil Dead. I loved me some Hercules Legendary Journeys. I loved me some Xena. So I can trust Sam Raimi to throw me a sweet TV show. I can be there. I don't know if I'm as excited as you are, but I think I'm more fearful because I don't want it to suck. That's the only thing. Is like,
oh yeah,
I don't want my last memory of like that franchise to be like, well, it just kind of went and died. Like I was like, ugh, that would be a bummer.
To that point, though, if you can go back and watch Evil Dead 2, and then Army of Darkness and go, you really got to try in order to make this suck.
Right. It's true. It's very true. You speak the truth.
Try.
You speak the truth. You speak the truth, my friend. You speak the truth, the truth. But yeah, is there...
That is just a fantastic series.
It is. It's a great series, and I wish we would have gotten Evil Dead 4 or an Army of Darkness 2. Either one would have been great, but you know what? TV show is just fine. You know what? More is always better than less as far as that is concerned for me.
In some instances, yes.
Yeah, in some instances, more is more, and less is bad. Otherwise, you got anything else? Anything else you want to talk about?
Well, there was one more thing that happened this week, and I haven't read the book of it, and I don't know if you have either, because neither of us have really talked about it, but it has been making the rounds, given two of the biggest names around comic books and acting even, Neil Gaiman and Johnny Depp being those names, and then also our favorite Edgar Wright, who was originally poised to make his directing Marvel debut with Ant-Man there, but shit went awry. But Edgar, Neil, and Johnny are slated to make a movie about a book that Neil has written and illustrated by one of my favorites, Scotty Young, called Fortunately the Milk. It's about a time-traveling, I believe, father, I think it is, or something, and it's just a kind of a cool storytelling, just fables and shit. kind of a tale to be told and seen visually, and to what I understand is it's going to be done via cartoon and real life. So it should be very cool to see what comes out of that, being that Johnny is now, I believe, officially signed on. Don't anybody quote me on that shit, and certainly call me out if I'm wrong, but I know Edgar and Neil are excited to make it come to life.
And on top of all of that, Britt McKinsey from the Flight of the Conchords is writing the screenplay for it.
Hey,
Jermaine and Britt.
So you can't go wrong.
It sounds like it'll be pretty awesome. It's funny thing is it's one of the few stories of Gaiman's that I actually have not read, which is weird because I like his kids, like his children's books better than like his adult stuff, because I think Graveyard Book's amazing. Coraline is awesome. I haven't read.
Coraline is great.
I haven't read Fortunately the Milk. The bummer thing about Coraline though, going from book to movie, is they take away all of her oomph and they give it to Wybie, the character they just add. They just add.
I will give you that.
They just add a boy who saves the day for her. It's just like,
typical fucking Hollywood.
It's like just shit all over the fact that she outwits everything and fucking takes care of business.
Because God forbid we have a female who,
is in control of a situation from start to finish. Well, if we don't put a male in there, we might feel insecure about a woman.
People will begin to question things.
They'll be like, maybe women can do stuff, and we don't want them to know that they might be able to.
That doesn't make the monies.
Yeah, that's true. Women don't buy toys, they don't go to the movies, they can't read either, because they don't know how. It's like, how are you still alive, one, and how are you a film executive? Yeah. Women don't know how to read? But yeah, I'm super into the idea of Edgar Wright and Neil Gaiman working together, and if Johnny Depp doesn't show up as like one of the Johnny Depp-y type characters in it, then it could be pretty sweet.
Well, and that's just the thing, is it's kind of, knowing how Scotty illustrates personally, being one of, I love anything the guy draws, and seeing what I've seen of that book, especially knowing how Johnny acts with the shit we've seen him in the Disney machine for the past X amount of years, it's perfect for him.
Well then, we're probably in for a big time treat when that bad boy comes out. It doesn't have, I was looking for it, but it doesn't have like an official like.
No, it's just the starting.
It's just everyone signing on.
It's like, hey, let's all get excited.
Because Edgar Wright has that mobster movie, or the heist movie that he's doing that isn't Ant-Man. I will say this though, you're gonna hear it here. Now that Perlmutter's out of the situation and the creative council has been dissolved, Edgar Wright will come back to Marvel and he's going to direct something for him. It's going to happen.
I hope so.
It's going to happen. It's not going to be the one he wants because, Ant-Man's already taken and Peyton Reed did a great job. But I wouldn't be surprised if it was like Edgar Wright's directing the Inhumans.
Hopefully it can be maybe like 6 years down the line and it's a film called Stature.
It's the...
only the nerd boys will get that. Only the nerd.
No,
I don't want to go, but only the nerds will get that one.
I want to go. Like, I'm trying to go one further and like outget ya. I want to get. It's gonna be 10 years down the road after Fox gives the mutant rights back. And it's gonna be Edgar Wright presents Dupe. Or it's a
heavy
Dupe and Quentin Quire, the movie. It's a buddy comedy, and Nick Frost plays Dupe, and Simon Pegg plays Quentin Quire.
No.
Kid Omega and Dupe, directed by Edgar Wright.
No.
Please, yes.
Oh my God, I don't think my brain can handle it.
Or he's gonna direct the Jorn movie.
The Jorn movie.
Yeah, XORN, Jorn, or
oh God,
Magneto with a helmet, a different helmet.
Why don't we just make a Zenpool movie then?
We could just make a Deadpool corpse movie. That's what should be made. Is him, Lady Pool, Kid Pool, Dog Pool, and Head Pool. fucking flying around the galaxy, saving the day the only way Deadpool knows how, killing absolutely everyone. Did I save him? You killed everybody, but I saved him.
Saved him.
Put that one in the victory column, boys and woman.
Chuck a W up there.
I do love that comic, though, where he assembles the Deadpool corpse, and he gets, he tries to give everyone a code name, and Deadpool...
Oh, yeah, the Deadpool Corps is one of the greatest.
Yeah, and him just being like, for Kidpool, he just calls him Tito. Dogpool is just Dogpool, because like, that's perfect. Doesn't need to... Headpool is head.
We don't need to do anything there, guys.
Yeah.
It is what it is.
The only two he really gives names to is Lady Deadpool and Kidpool, which he calls Tito and Jugs, but Lady Deadpool immediately cuts his mouth off for being so crass. But then Deadpool tries, defend himself, being like, I was talking to myself, so I didn't think, like, it was offensive. It's just me from another universe. A totally smoking hot lady version of me.
Wait, you saw that speech bubble?
I do love that when in the corpse they're like, why would you think that? Oh shit, you guys can do it too, I forgot.
Son of a bitch.
Son of a bitch bastard. Well, I think I'm all out of speech bubbles.
I think I'm all out of thought bubbles.
Well, if I'm out of speech bubbles and you're out of thought bubbles, that means it's the end of the show. And so let me launch into social media business. You can find us on the SoundCloud as the Best Flarking Podcast. You can find us on iTunes as well, and Stitcher as the Best Flarking Podcast. You can find us on the Instagram as the Best Flarking Podcast. You can find us on Vine as Mother Flarker. You can find this podcast and all the other ones archived on our YouTube page, which is Evil Ice Cream Pictures on the YouTubes. My personal Twitter is at Adam J. Dunn if you want to follow me.
And my personal Twitter is at Nick Regis, NICREGIS, if you want to find me.
And coming soon, not sure how soon, it's not like, this could be like the same way that Fortunately the Milk, but motherflarker.com is coming.
Soon.
Not as soon as Gem and the
air quotes around it.
not as soon as Gem and the Holograms, which is already out and apparently bombed really hard.
Oh God, yeah. And then we got what's his name saying he wants to bring together a film with Gem, G.I. Joe, and Transformers.
Yup. Well, I mean, also John Chu though. After that movie bombed, he
God damn it.
He was like a guest of honor speaking at a film school, and they're like, tell us how great it is working in the industry. He's like, yeah, I'm supposed to tell you, but sometimes this industry fucking sucks, man. And he's just like, I'm gonna get texts now, tell me my movie's a failure. And so it's like, dude, he basically he had a personal moment up on stage at like this commencement speech that he was the guest of honor at. And it was just like, it's good to know that even a dude as successful as John M. Chu will fucking fall apart when his movie doesn't go well. It's like that makes me feel good, not because he feels bad, but just that because he can still feel bad after all this time.
Yes.
But that'll do it for us for this week. You guys have all been great. We've been pretty fucking awesome. And we are
the Best Flarking Podcast.